Billy, that's you? Billy, that's you?
First, I do care about the turtles, and I do not like straws because of that, sure.
I'm a straw. I love a good straw. I love sucking on shit. Not dicks or anything. Nothing
115 10.
Nothing homosexual.
1-3
That
2019.
makes sense.
Okay. That's
right.
gonna be in the opening video. Oh my god, bro. There is no one like you. You are...
But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like, that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' handheld. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question bomber like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my nigga ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they sold that, show it. I swear my flow, how I'm potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm one of your 7 victim hells. Free of heaven's prison, these are split decisions. And I think I give the misses, but I give the masses. My whole arm, there are no walls. I ain't kissing ass in the shit and I don't starve. Don't starve. She ain't bars, the end and she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they didn't need enough to drive. Horsepower is needed. Smoking weed, I'm blunt and notice these is nothing. Ain't me like Jesus version. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan, water, B, I eat a peanut buzzing. Fuck your family, they ugly. cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is about an hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beamer bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
Oh shit. We forgot to fix the cameras before we cut the thing off.
Yeah, that's all right. Though.
That's
Mine
normal
wasn't-
now.
mine
That's getting
wasn't-
pretty.
Mine wasn't too messed up. I still can't wait for us to put the painting behind me.
That might happen one day again, yeah.
I'm ready for it.
I
It's
know
like
you
we
are.
could put it like right here and it will work.
If I ever put it behind you again, it'll be because we've changed the setup and you have your back to a wall.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it out in the middle of the room like it used
Well,
to be.
no. This
I
would
like
be-
having it
This
open.
is my back to the wall now. Like the camera's facing.
I'm not putting it on the fireplace either.
No, not on the fireplace.
Where? Right in
Like-
front of the fireplace?
No, yeah, just right. in
No.
front. Why?
As one, it's in the middle of the room and it's blocking the fireplace. I'm be using that fireplace soon.
What are you using that for?
I'll be using it for fire when it
Are
gets
you
cold.
actually gonna use the fire this year? Because you didn't use the fire last
I
year.
did use the fire last year.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When?
When it was winter and I didn't have any AC down here.
You never had.
Like I haven't had it all summer and I've had fans going.
You never had it on down here, like the fire.
Yeah, I did.
You
Me and
did?
Mike cut down like 4 trees last year with the firewood,
Oh.
and most of it is gone. He has like 15 or 20 logs left on the
Do
front
you
porch.
want some? Because I have like a bunch of logs down from my house.
Are they
that-
dry?
Yeah, I think so for the most part.
Maybe then. I don't know. There's a place in this neighborhood that they cut a tree down last year that they haven't got out of their yard, and it's just been sitting there like cut up and ready to be like cut into like firewood chunks.
Mhm.
And Mike's been talking about just us going there and getting that for them and being like, "Hey, we'll get that for you because we have a tractor, and we'll just carry it away and we'll just keep it." But I don't know. I mean, I'm down. I'm down for free firewood. Jesus, what the fuck did you do
See, I told
for
you
that
Adrian
5
was here.
minutes? Listen, Jesse, that's how they all start. You're just never here on time because you hate us.
How what starts?
That's how the podcast starts. He made that 5-minute countdown. He's never here that early.
Oh, like the
The opening video.
oh
Yeah, he's never here
we
for
were
that.
just getting dressed.
Yeah, we were naked.
We
We,
were
we
having-
just
we
just
had
got
a-
done with the butt sex.
We had a long day of boning.
Yeah, it was literally nothing but boning all day long. On this episode, we discuss how Charlie is gonna burn the house down because he doesn't put things out before he sleeps. Listen here, just 'cause I don't put candles out.
Is that what happened to your last house?
Make sure
Charlie?
you use oak and not pine. I have to go to bed. No, I meant your camera was fucked up. Get your shit together. We can't see the cameras when that video is on
Yeah, we
because of
can.
OBS.
You can pull
No,
it
we
up
can't.
another way.
No, you can't. Not on OBS.
Why not?
Because whatever OBS's screen is what is live.
Why not?
I just told you. Pay attention. I said it in
I
English.
zoned out midway through the explanation.
Well, then don't ask questions if you're not ready to listen to the
It's
answers.
not that I wasn't ready. I just started thinking about something.
Yeah,
else.
not ready.
It's not that.
You asked a
wasn't
question,
ready.
and we're no longer ready to listen.
What's cracking? Wasn't it?
What's cracking, dickheads?
Also, hey, Adrian. We were just talking about you
Yes, we were.
because
God, I hate
wanted-
OBS as much as Creighton now.
I want. to
Wait,
have,
you hate it as much as Creighton hates it, or you hate OBS as much as you hate Creighton? That's like a double. You said that in a way.
I want to have Adrian on
Mm-hmm. I
for
know.
our 100th episode.
Yes.
And Charlie's like, no.
Yeah, no, I don't want anyone on for 100th episode. 100 episodes when we're doing 4 a week isn't the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah.
That's less
It's
than
pretty-
a year
it's
to arrive
pretty
there.
crazy.
Huh?
It's pretty crazy.
It's not that crazy.
Pretty crazy.
I don't think it's that
But
crazy.
we're gonna be giving
I
away a
think-
blazer.
Well, you're going to be giving away
Yeah.
a blazer, and we'll see if that actually
If
happens.
somebody wants.
Both work. Okay.
But then we also want to have Kayla on. But like,
Damn, clickbait. I could not resist.
we need somebody to make a poll to get a petition to get Kayla on.
Charlie, no, we're not doing that.
Yes,
Charlie,
we're
I'm
doing
still.
that.
I mean, you can do a poll, but it doesn't mean that that thing's going to happen.
Why? What? You gotta give the people what they want.
Charlie, I'm still waiting to be able to cash in my points. When are you going to do something interesting with the channel points? I don't know. I still like I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna pull my notes.
Charlie's not
pull
that
notes
much
up.
of an innovator.
Do you know what innovation means, Creighton?
It means like you take the things that you have and you make something new out of it.
Okay, now explain how, in the context of the situation, I could even
You
be
could
an
do
innovator.
something cool with the channel points. Like whoever has the most channel points on the 100th episode gets the blazer. Whoever has the most.
We wouldn't be able to.
who-
We wouldn't be able
whoever
to
has
figure
the
that out.
most channel points decides whether or not Kayla's on. And we can figure it out because we can have them send us screenshots of their channel points.
What if they just Photoshop it? Channel points aren't that hard to Photoshop.
Yeah, but
It's literally a black
whoever
background.
whoever photoshops it best would still get the deciding vote.
Well, then Tristan is gonna get to decide. So I'm here for the 100th episode for nothing. This isn't the 100th episode. This is episode 96. Understand what's happening. Charlie sucks. It's not the 100th episode. Okay, Krista lies then.
Krista says it's the 100th episode.
Boo! Include half of Lancaster. Celebrate 100 party. Wait. Boo!
Also-
include half of Lancaster.
Ooh,
Celebrate 100 party.
you know what we
boo.
could do?
What?
We could have you. We could do things that add up to 100, right?
Redeem the points, dumbasses, to see who has the most. Yes, but like we'd have
Yes.
to set precedents. And what if somebody has like, what if like we've set one that's like stupid high and one that isn't? We have to set so many to understand who has the most.
Let's just call it 50,000.
What if 5 people have more than 50,000, but it
so-
ranges between 60,000 and 110,000?
So this is what I'd say, because I've been here pretty much every podcast.
Jesus, I will pay cash to have Creighton off the 100th episode.
So
Thank you,
so
Jesse.
I've been
for your support,
like
I think.
I've been in the stream
Very good. It's more than 50,000.
a lot.
Yeah.
And so I have 76.5K.
You probably have the most.
Although that's
if it's
what
not
I'm saying.
you, the only other people I would think might have more than you, because you've only been like pulling the stream up since like a time where you started bringing the laptop.
Yeah.
I think maybe Copenhagen would have more, because I know that he lurks
Yeah.
a lot
Well,
when he watches.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, we can use mine as a scale to see, like, okay, maybe this is the max you can have, and then this is the lowest you can have. You know what I mean? So we won't set like a thing that's like out of reach for people.
But what if somebody has more than you?
I mean, if somebody has more than me, that's fine. It'll be below that. You just have to have up to that
To do what?
to decide if Caleb's gonna be on or not.
But I thought you were leaving it up to one person, the person with the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But what if someone has more than you? You're saying yours would be like a cap.
No,
like
I'm
the
not
scale.
saying mine is the cap. I'm saying if you either have like at mine or above, or
Oh, so
you-
they have to at
you-
least
you-
have
yeah,
what
yeah.
you have.
Exactly.
On the 100th episode, we find out Creighton is a clone from stem cell research in Ethiopia, and like a dozen more Creightons walk into the room. Whoa, look, I would pay to have that happen. If we can
Oh,
make that happen,
hey,
I have 4K.
hey,
Can I get
hey,
a dry
hey.
hand job?
Hey, you
Well,
didn't
there
do
you
the
go.
weather.
Oh, yeah, I should do the weather.
Yeah, you should do the
Well,
weather.
chat's here. We're talking to chat for a minute.
Come on, do
The weather
Come
can
on,
happen.
Charlie,
Shut
get
the
the
fuck
weather
up. The
going.
weather isn't up yet, and I
Get
can
your
pull the
shit
weather up.
together, Charlie. Come on.
Get your shit and get it together. There we go. And pull this, and do that, and do this, and do that, and do this, and do that.
10,000 points at least.
Wait, what? To have an episode where Creighton is dressed as a French maid, 10,000 points. God, no. Have someone dressed as Creighton for the 100th episode? What do you mean someone? I'm the only one here. It would have to be me, and I'm not doing that. The weather in Allen County, Kentucky, is Allen County. Is that near? That might be near Shake. Anyway, the weather in Allen County, Kentucky is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, clear weather, precipitation 5%, the humidity was 96%, and there was 0 wind in Allen County, Kentucky today.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the Shirts Off Podcast.
What was the
13 minutes in.
humidity?
96%.
Damn.
No, Charlie, you can't. I only offer wet hand jobs, but thanks for asking on air. God damn it. I was reading what Jesse said, but whatever. I would like to see that. Wait, which thing would you like to see, Christian? I said a bunch of things.
I still think we could do stuff that adds up to 100, right? So like the giving Blazers away, having is 1, having Kyle on is 2, having Adrian on is 3.
So we need to do
For different
97 other
segments.
things?
For different segments, yes. So we gotta find 97 other things.
So we would do 100 things.
We could do. Let's see. Yes,
I don't think the 100th podcast is that big of a thing yet. I don't think that.
it should be.
I think that like the
It's an
500th podcast.
accomplishment.
Sure, every podcast is an accomplishment, though. I mean, if you're
Not
looking at it that
really.
way,
I mean,
it's
this
a
is 100
milestone, but
this
it's
is
not like a
100
crazy
episodes.
milestone. It would be crazy if we had a guest on every time. Like, if we had a guest every podcast and we got to 100 podcasts, that would be pretty dope.
Would it?
Because it'd be way
That's
cooler.
awesome.
Because it would mean we've done a lot more work and had a lot more different range of conversation. It's
But we
you
have
and me.
We have had a bunch of people on though.
We've had like 5 people total on that were not us, and a
Matt,
few a
and-
couple times more than others, and like it's just not. I don't like it.
We had Matt, Joel, Adrian, Kyle.
Well, there's a difference
Kristen,
between between having them on and having them in the background. It's not like they did an 2-hour podcast with
Parker,
us. Not Parker, not Adrian, not
Parker's
Savannah.
been on.
They've been on, but they haven't done the podcast.
Parker was here.
They have been on.
and told a story at one
Yeah,
point.
for like 15 minutes. But what I'm saying is we haven't done 2-hour
Uh,
podcasts with anyone but really just Matt.
Kayla said have 100 guests for the 100th episode.
That is just such a bad idea.
Or we could go
I
around.
hate it here.
We could,
I agree, Jesse.
bro, you know what we could do? We could put together a little video.
Spit in each other's mouths while reading statistics on mono.
Look, we have everybody. What if we do this? We have everybody that listens send us a video of them saying a catchphrase or something from the show, and then we edit it together and have it like, as a thing for the Shirts Off podcast. Now, it might not be 100 people, but it's still like, a little bit of video saying thank you, like, to all the
Lacey.
people who have stayed here and have been here for the 100th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got people that have been here since the beginning, like Copenhagen, or like Flint, who's been here for a long time. That it would really, or Clem.
Flint, actually, now that I think about it, Flint's probably the guy that has the most channel points.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what I mean? We could put together a video, at least to say thank you for listening to us, and give away a blazer.
You can give away a blazer if you want. I don't care.
Well, I'm gonna do it regardless.
Okay, cool. I don't care. I don't think we should make it like this big gigantic thing because it's not like that impressive of a. We've been doing this like a year now, almost. We've been doing it like
we
10
should
or 11
still
months.
doing something. I'm not saying let's. I'm not saying let's do like this crazy thing, but let's do something.
I mean, yeah, do the blazer giveaway. That's cool. I mean, I think that a podcast like this, the numbers aren't the cool thing. It's like events that happen because of the podcast that will end up being real milestones. Like if you and me and Quentin, or you and me or whoever, get a place here in the next year or so, and we're able to do the podcast from the first podcast from that place will be a real milestone because it'll be the beginning of like a new way of not just doing the podcast, but a new way of getting it out, a new schedule, a new everything. Like the amount of podcasts we'll get out will be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be better. We'll be able to be more comfortable when we do it. It won't be so hard for us to come up with shit to do and have trouble making plans because we'll have a lot more time. 1, to stream, 2, to do the podcast, and 3, just in each other's presence at all to talk about doing it and making it more of a thing. But as of right now, the 100th podcast, it's really cool that we've gotten to 100 of these things. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think we should make it some big fucking amazing, crazy, gigantic thing. I think the best thing to do is have a podcast, sit here for 2 hours like always, continue to do our thing, have our podcast, have fun talking, just bullshit with each other, do the giveaway, give away a blazer, just not the lime green one. That's my favorite. You can't give that one away, and you can't give away the black one, like the solid black one.
Why?
Those are my favorite too.
The solid black one's your favorite?
Those two, that one and the
solid
lime
black
green one.
one's so small though.
Well, I'm sorry, it's cool looking. I like that one. For some reason, those like every time I get to those on the VOD list, whenever I'm
Yeah.
uploading, I don't know why.
You just find those sexually appealing.
No, they upload really fast.
Wait, oh well, those are the lucky ones. The gold one.
I mean the
really
black
like.
one. I mean the black one is the one that uploads fast for some reason, and it doesn't make sense because none of the it's not like those are shorter episodes or anything.
Yeah.
Like one of the more recent ones that was like 2 hours was when you were wearing the black one, and it went up in like 8 minutes.
Maybe it's just your internet. I like the gold one a lot. The gold one's like fits well and like I feel good. And
Give away the plaid one.
the plaid one.
It's like a Christmas
no,
colors.
I can't. That one. I can't. That's my Christmas one.
Oh my god. Whose
That's-
dick do I have to suck to get some goddamn airtime? No, Nick, you'll never be on this show.
That
You are a danger to the whole fucking like structure of this podcast.
Look, that's look that the.
I've never been in or on the set of the podcast, says Adrian.
I thought she came over whenever we did the giveaway. Was she not here physically when we did that?
No,
Are you sure?
positive, because you had to go to the mall to give her the Sharpie.
Yeah, but I thought she came and hung out with us after that.
No, that was what we do this at night.
Yeah, but I thought we did one that day, and I could have sworn she was here for that one.
Not like during the day.
Oh.
No, it was like
Well,
days later that you did that, because then you posted it to social media and everything. It was like, this is
okay.
from the other day.
Yeah.
I want to be a guest star. Talk about what Obama means to me personally. Jesus Christ, Nick, relax. Creighton, would it be inappropriate for me to ask you to mouth? Okay, well, that's the thing. No, I didn't get to. Said Adrian.
Maybe she had to go home early or something. But I felt
A
like
lot of
she was
people
here.
call it quits before the 5th episode, and the cool thing I found is this podcast and the cool thing I found in this podcast is the versatility to improvise and dive into 1,000 topics, no matter the topic, and the interaction with viewers. That is not an easy task. So, Charlie, stop being a dick to yourself pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, right.
Listen.
Come on, do something. Give away your hat. I don't know.
No,
Do something.
it's my hat. I could give away a hat.
Give away a hat, and I'll give away a blazer, and then it'll be like a thing that we both have.
Let me go grab my pile of hats. Give me a
Okay,
second.
and you pick one to give away, and I'll pick out a blazer to give away.
Hold on.
And we'll give away to
Chuck,
two
you had to
different
just
people.
tell your co-host that we do this podcast at night. 100th episode is a fucking miracle. You know what, Jesse? You do have a point there.
See what I mean? There's some love for shirts off out there.
I have a lot of love for this. You have no idea.
No, I'm not. Well, obviously, we have love for it. We're here every fucking Monday through Thursday. We would be crazy if we didn't have love for this. But I just mean there's love in the community for it. Anyways, Charlie's off picking out a hat. Now, what blazer am I going to give away?
Okay. I've got a few hats here.
I might give away the one I'm wearing.
That's a nice one.
The only thing is it's missing a button down here.
It's just Jesse can't win because he won't be able to fit in it because he's a big fat old man.
Yeah, it's really discouraging to see Charlie downplay his achievements, right?
Oh my god, who
Like-
said that?
Fair you go. Like, I'd
Listen,
love to be on the podcast, but I, of course, understand where Charlie's coming from. I could only talk about maybe one thing that would be major car accident and PTS. Like, I get that, but we're talking about, like, having you on for, like, maybe just, like, one conversation. You
Like
know what I
through
mean?
Discord or something?
Well, either that or just, like, have her sit down and, like, rotate her out with Kyle.
Okay, can't give that one away.
Or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Can't give that one away.
Yeah. Didn't they cancel making that?
Making what?
G Fuel.
No,
Is still a thing?
it's still a thing.
Oh.
Can't give that one away, and I can't give this one away. Okay. All of these are up for grabs. Would you like to go through them one by one?
Yes.
We're gonna let chat decide this actually.
Okay, good.
Let me after I catch up real fast. Yes, descriptions. Okay. Like I'd love to be on the podcast, but I of course understand where Charlie's coming from. I can only talk about the one that made your card. Yes, you guys should rename this podcast "The Death of The Death of Hope" and why you should just fucking give up. Also, fuck that. We made it to 100 episodes, and if that's not good enough for us, fuck you, viewers and everyone and everything. First of all, that's a long title. I will win it and wipe my ass with the blazer. Damn, guys, celebrate 100 episodes. Gee whiz. Yeah, that's understandable. First
Thank
of all,
you.
it's only 96, so we got a few more episodes to 100,
Yeah.
but I appreciate the build up.
See what I mean? People
What day
wanna
will that
see
be?
it.
It's on Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday.
Do you have
next
that day off?
week. No. Wait, no.
You get off early?
But I'm off the next day, and I'm off the day before that.
Oh, I want to be on the podcast too. I could offer elder knowledge, given my advanced age. Lacey, we don't really think you're old. Jesse's old because it's fun to call him old. Okay.
Yes.
Wants not Wang. What? Okay. First off, I don't
You have a us hat?
USC. I don't know if that's
Is
University
that Columbia or
of-
California?
I don't know. It's got
Or is
space on
that
it.
something else?
Might be something else. I've got that hat. That's a boring hat. I won this I'm Pickle Rick hat at Dave & Buster's. It was pretty
That's
easy to
actually a
win.
pretty nice hat.
This hat, this Captain America hat, and this Iron Man hat, I won because we went to Dave & Buster's in Michigan with Nick, and he gave everybody like free cards with like $150 worth of tickets on
Yeah.
it. And then at the end of the night, he had bought too many, and he gave them to somebody to give out, and gave us like 4. And I just went to the big giant wheels and spent like $300 worth of tickets spinning the big wheels, and just I hit the jackpot like 7 times on the big wheels.
Damn.
And then I was like, I'm getting fucking hats, and I got these 2 and the Black Panther one that I gave Quentin.
you
So
should,
I've got both of these. If someone we
I was
could
about
give
to
those
say
away.
you should if you give those away in a pair because it's a
Actually, I
little,
can't give this one away. I've got this
Ash hat.
Ash hat from Pokemon.
See, the great thing about
Pokemon.
that, or the bad thing about that, is it has the Pokemon on the back. So
Right.
you can't do the turning it around.
Yeah, shit's about to get real. You
Yeah.
you ever see that?
Because then it's like
There was a really good
branding.
meme where it was like, well, you know when Ash does this shit, that shit is
Yeah.
about to get real. He opens his eyes. I've got this hat from Stranger Things, and it's not like the shitty ones made for the show that say Stranger Things in the corner. It's like straight up, like the plain ass Stranger Things one. It does have it on the back, the little tag,
Yeah.
but otherwise it looks, it's a
Kyle
homeboy's hat.
Kyle said,
I can't be on the 100th episode podcast. I refuse to be here for.
I agree with that.
I don't want Wang hashtag. Okay, I'm not saying that out loud. My dad gave me this hat, but it wasn't like a big deal or anything.
What is it?
It's just purple and blue. That's why I love it so much. It's like really normal.
It's very strange.
You're strange.
No, I mean it's a purple and blue, like
And
for those
green.
colors and those green.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it.
This gives
I've
me
got
Riddler
this,
vibes.
I've got this. What are they called?
What is
again?
that?
Insane Clown Posse. I've got an Insane Clown Posse hat.
Do you
It's
listen to
kinda
the
small.
Insane Clown
I
Posse?
don't, but I got it for $1
Where did you get that?
at Goodwill for $1.
Oh,
I looked it up, and it's a $70 hat.
damn.
Dude, Goodwill's got some fucking great hats for no money. I've got like some ridiculous hats
They
there.
did have some great hats.
Dude, I've got an Affliction hat, like UFC brand Affliction, like the ones that are like they look all grungy and fucked up on purpose. And it was like a $90 hat, and I got it for $1. Dude, hats are $1 there all the time. It's amazing. I've got this Principal Live Lucky hat. I don't know. It's just a really high quality hat.
Yeah.
It's like it's got like good elastic and it fits nice. It says Live Lucky on the bill.
That's pretty cool.
So boom, bunch of hats. And what we'll do on the day of is we'll go over them again, and whoever wins the giveaway, I'll let them pick between all the options.
Yeah.
Charlie was a Juggalo canon sad clown flashback arc coming.
Are we giving away the other hats as like, what's it called?
Constellations?
No, yeah.
No, I'm giving
No.
away a hat.
Oh, just a hat. The Stranger
And
Things
hat.
one. The Stranger Things one. I'm very.
Give me
interested.
Hornets vibes. Gives me Hornets vibes. Wait, which one? Which one? Ah, yes. Oh yeah, it does.
What?
Hornets.
Oh yeah.
The Hornets.
Yeah.
ICP Insane Cloud Posse should be the one to give away. Why? Where's your joke? Oh, you want it? Okay. Well, if you win, it's yours. So
What's
just
up?
be here
What's up,
Wednesday.
turmeric and
bitch.
ginger?
Wait. What's up, turmeric and ginger?
Bro,
Cheeks,
so-
that tweet was great. I never brought it up last night. I forgot. That tweet was amazing. What did you buy that?
So no, I
You should've
found
gotten
I was
that.
looking for Tylenol because I was sunburned and in pain, and I like opened the medicine cabinet and there it was, and I was like,
That's literally
no.
you and me.
I read that.
Turmeric, ginger, with that powers combined, we're like really good for heartburn and shit.
I was like, oh my god, there's no way this.
It's like the worst superheroes ever. Guys, what if octopuses had BB? Oh, okay, instead of tentacles, what would Mike Pence do? I love you, Nick.
My chat's lagging a little bit.
Stop lagging.
I don't know why it's lagging.
Stop lagging your. Stop your chat from lagging.
I don't know how to do
Stop it.
Hmm.
Stop it.
it. Oh man.
Mm.
Hey, so do you want to hear about the guy who was flashing? people at
Yes,
Food
that I
Lion?
saw that today and was like, oh, that's a thing we have to discuss.
So this is
In
a-
our notes, the first thing Creighton put in our notes today was
by the
guy
way.
flashing people at Food Line. Was it his dick or his ass?
So
Or both?
So I don't know for sure if he was naked, because like this is how it happened.
You don't have to be naked to
There's
flash
this crazy
somebody.
guy who comes in the Food Line, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about him before on here.
Mm-hmm.
And he the first time I talked about it, remember he was the guy that said like the CIA and shit were after him. I might not have brought it up.
I don't
can't
think you
remember.
brought that up.
Okay, so very first interaction with this guy, he's hanging out by the door, and I'm doing my usual rounds, and like he pulls me off to the side. He's like, "Hey, I just bought this truck," and I'm like, laying low because I'm pretty sure the CIA is after me. And like he's like, "Can you go down there and make sure there's no guys around my truck?" And I was like,
Yeah.
like okay.
You did not say okay. See, this is when you call people.
Huh?
This is when you call the police and
Well,
like,
I
hey,
went-
there's a guy here hiding from the law.
Well, I went and looked, and he was good. Well, he said that they were trying to assassinate him. I don't want to see my man get assassinated. So anyway, I walked down there and looked, and it was all good. So I was like, yeah. And because he was like, is anybody sitting in that car beside my truck? And I was like, no, you're good. So I went about my business. And then the next time he came in, like as soon as he came in, like he like forced himself against the wall beside the safe. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then he started covering his face. And he's like, I don't want to catch corona. And I was like, the way you've been to our store, to get to where he was, he had to walk all the way around. I think something about my pocket. He had to walk all the way around all the way around the corner to where the safe is, kind of like back against like the office. So you walk all the way around there without a mask on, you're gonna catch corona. I mean, that's just the odds. So it was sorry too late for him.
Right.
But he had thrown himself against the wall and put his shirt up over his face. And we were like, okay, can you not do that near the safe where all the money in the store is? And he was like, oh, yeah, sure. And then he walked off. And then he came up to one of our associates who is black.
We don't have a script, Farrago. We have notes. Like when we witness things in real life, if we want to discuss them, we just write them in our notes so we don't forget to talk about them.
He went
just
up
in case.
He went up to an
Hello?
associate.
Hello. Why is my headphones not weird?
He went up to an associate. This is a black guy, and this is like right after Kobe had died, and it was a picture of Kobe. On
This
the
was a
magazine.
while ago.
And he held up the magazine and said to to this associate, and said, "Black Lives Matter," and like held it over his face and was like kind of like laughing at him or whatever, and then put the magazine back. Which I don't know if that was like if he was trying to.
Is
come
this
at-
guy white?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was like a racial statement or like what was happening.
I feel like it might have been.
A little bit, yeah.
There's definitely some hints of it.
Yeah. So then today, that brings us to today.
Yeah. So today something happens.
This kind of shit's been happening on and off anyway with him. He comes to Food Line and it's like pouring down rain outside, right? And like he walks in and says something to my manager. I wasn't there for that part. My manager didn't tell me whatever he said. But essentially my manager was like, we're not doing this today, kind of like get out of here. And I guess he like walked outside. So he gets outside and he gets
Love you, Dylan.
He gets an umbrella. Oh, Dilton's here. Bro,
He said,
what's
"Hey
up?
lads, I miss you. I'm also pretty shit-faced right now. Miss you.
Miss you, Dilton.
We miss you, Dilton. We love you."
He strips his shirt off, and like with his umbrella or whatever, and then he walks off. And I'm like, okay, well I guess he didn't want to get his shirt wet or whatever. The guy's crazy. He comes back and all he's wearing is a towel and holding the umbrella, and like he's just sitting out in the rain.
Nice.
And I didn't see him come back with the towel. I just people start coming and saying like, hey, there's a guy in a towel out there like bothering people. And we were like, what? So it's him, and he's all the way at the other side of the parking lot. My manager like takes off running at him because he's fucking pissed. So like he's running at him, and the guy just starts running off like back to his truck. And he gets to his truck, and like I don't know if he changed like because he opened the door to where I couldn't see him, but my manager didn't chase him all the way to his truck. He chased him to the end of the awning because that's where our property ends. And he like took the towel off at some point, and he was wearing like basketball shorts underneath it. I don't know if he was actually naked before that, or if he slipped the basketball shorts on in between like him running to getting to the truck and opening the door. And he puts his shirt on and everything because my manager at this point is on the phone with police, like trying to get him there, and he's just waving at everybody. And like one of our other coworkers was out there like talking shit, like, "Come on, man, get the fuck out of here." There's like kids here and shit. Like they were pissed. They were like upset.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
But yeah, I was too because I was like, "What the fuck?" And
It was a dark and stormy night at Food Line when the crazy white guy exposed his genitalia.
So, anyways, my manager's on the phone with the police, and he gets into his truck and starts waving an American flag out the truck. It took a weird political turn. And other people were pulling up to him saying, like, what the fuck, and everything like that. And then he, like, was going to come out, and then he turned it another way so that way we wouldn't see his license plate number. But, one of the customers got it and came up and told James, and like so they got him.
An associate.
Well, I mean I've talked about James before on the
Okay.
show, so like I'm not uncomfortable talking about James. So anyways, he left, and the police they couldn't arrest him, I guess, for whatever reason, because it wasn't like they didn't see him, I guess, in the towel, but they did give him a ticket for reckless driving because apparently when they pulled him over, he was driving recklessly, and they put a thing on there where he can't be at the store at all anymore. So if he shows up, he will get picked up and arrested.
Nice.
So there's no trespassing thing. But it was crazy to me because I was like, I would have thought he would have gotten like slapped with some charges or something for potentially being naked because all you could see was the towel, like, and his shirt was off. Now, like I say, he might have been wearing basketball shorts under there, but nobody knows for sure.
Well, I don't
except
think
for
you can
him.
get charged for a potential crime. You have to have committed the
Yeah,
crime.
yeah, but I mean,
Otherwise, lots of people would be committed for potential.
that's true.
things.
But was he? But I don't know if he was like flashing people or not.
Yeah.
And it
You'd
just
have to have proof.
everybody was saying that he was flashing them.
In all seriousness, what the fuck? It was very weird, right? It was a very weird night at Food Line.
It was pretty fun though. Like me, and
Copenhagen
everybody
came
had
in
a
and
good
said,
time.
"So what's up today? We reading the phone book and stream." And then Nick said, "Dictionary first, then a thesaurus." Fucking hell, hey Copenhagen.
Hello, Copenhagen. We just got through our first Food Line story of the night.
Are there more?
No, not today that I want to tell.
Okay.
Why, do you see something in the notes you want me to talk about?
Finishing Filthy Rich, the Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Oh, that was good.
'Cause like we didn't really
we briefly mentioned it yesterday.
like very almost not even
Yeah,
really
yeah.
mentioned it.
'Cause you were asking me if it was good, and I was like, I'll get to it, like, eventually. And then we just didn't get to it 'cause we were reading the phone book.
Well, you probably now officially know more about the situation than I do, 'cause I didn't know.
So-
I know what Mike has told me.
what
which
did
is
Mike
like
tell you? 'Cause let's
s-
hear
a
what.
lot.
Let's hear,
No,
'cause I feel like
a lot of paraphrased like things that kind of relate in his words.
okay, well,
like a
let's
web.
hear what you think it is from your perspective first, so that way I can
I would
tell
much
you.
rather hear yours 'cause what I'm talking about is like very loosely connected, like by terms of the conversation I had with Mike.
Okay, I got you. So, the part that they were talking about that really got him in trouble, which I'm still not very clear about
The
what
kid thing.
Yes, I'm still
Okay.
not very clear about like what he was doing, like what he did to get so much money.
Oh, dirt. Having dirt on people. Having
Was it
dirt on all
just
the right
that?
people. Well, do you know? Have you heard about Fuck Island?
his island.
His island.
Yeah,
It's where he took famous people
to
whether
meet these girls. Yeah.
to meet his girls or not.
What do you mean or not?
So he took a lot of guys there to meet all these girls. Some women probably as well.
Mhm.
But he also took a lot of people potentially that had no idea about it, that when it all came out, he would still have dirt on them because they were there at all. So now there's this like big foggy cloud of, well, that guy was at the island. Is he a fucking pedophile? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people went to that island.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good-
Tom Hanks was at that island.
Yeah, and my-
Elon Musk was at that island.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, Oprah was at that island.
And there, my mom
I
believes.
think Oprah was at that
my
island.
mom believes.
I
all
know
of
the other
them.
two. What?
My mom believes all of them like were in on it.
Yeah. I
And,
mean.
like
I mean, there's no
there's a
reason not
lot
to
of
think
things,
so.
yeah.
Like, there's like there is, but there isn't. You know what I mean? It's like it's very in the. It's like a gray area. But like, I hate you. So guys, what kind of party are you planning for episode 105? We talking cowboy strippers and my lady tequila?
yes.
No.
No, but so you want to know about it, right?
Yes.
So essentially, how it started out, was it started the first.
Real quick, when did he die? How long has it
It's
been now?
It was in 2019.
Was it?
It hasn't been that long. I thought it was years.
I thought it was this year for some reason.
Because I've been seeing like memes. Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure it was sometime late 2019.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me double check. They always use like this close up picture of his forehead for some reason in these pictures. I don't get it.
No shot. It was 2019.
August 10th, 2019. So we just passed the
Damn.
year for it.
It's literally been. No, that was September. It's September now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a year and a month to the day. Oh, for sure. Epstein and Ghislaine, I think it's Ghislaine or whatever her name
Yeah,
is,
it's
or
something
setting
weird.
people up for potential blackmail.
Jillian. It's Jillian. It's pronounced like Jillian. But
Jillian?
but it's spelled weird.
Yeah, it is.
So, oh, for sure, Epstein, Jillian, or whatever her name is, were setting people. Yeah. So this is what it was. He would have these girls come to his house, like they could be high school. 14 was at the youngest, and the case that they dated back the farthest was 96. And what it was,
24 years ago.
this girl would what'd you say?
I said it was 24 years ago.
Yes. So what it was like a girl at a high school would be like, "Hey, come over to this guy's house," and you give him a massage, and he'll give you $200. And they would
It
go.
took a dark fucking turn.
They would go there, and they would go into like this side door,
Oh, nice. Nothing wrong with side doors.
and they would go into this room, and then he would come in and just lay down on the table, and they would start the massage and everything, and then the girl that would bring the other girl there would just leave, and then like he would turn over and be naked and be like, start touching on the other girl, and like they would eventually have like intercourse and stuff like that. Or I don't know, whatever sexual things.
Yeah.
I would rather not get descriptive about it.
Yeah.
But
Probably because it has to do with children.
yeah, absolutely, because it has to do with children. But like, and he would do that. It was a whole network basically, because like in order to get out of doing it, one girl would try to get out of doing it by basically bringing another, and then that girl would bring another, and then that girl would bring another. So you're talking about victims on top of victims on top of victims. And
When Creighton says intercourse, I feel disturbed.
but
Me too.
And then there's more high profile repeaters, because that's just one section of it, or one wing of it. And then there was this girl who like wanted to become this professional masseuse, and she met what's her name, the Jillian girl.
Yeah.
And the Jillian girl was like, hey, I have someone who might have an opportunity for you that like is a really high profile guy that you could do massages for. And she was like, okay, and she started doing massages for him, and like the same scenario. She went to do the massage, he was there, and then he turned over, and then things took a different turn. And he, like, in order to keep her like there, was like, hey, like, I'm gonna give you all these opportunities for you and everything if you continue to do this way. You know what I mean? If you continue to be like this thing for me. And a lot of times Jillian too herself would get involved as well. And yeah, it's a whole thing. And the masseuse girl would go to like met Prince William and stuff, and Prince William did stuff to her. And she met what's his name that was like used to own Victoria's Secret and a bunch of other places. It's some rich guy that she also claimed did stuff to her, and his lawyer, the Dershowitz guy, also Alan Dershowitz did stuff. She claims did stuff to her, and I don't mean like claims in a bad way.
Prince Andrew, not Prince William.
Prince Andrew, not Prince William.
Thank you, Lacey.
It was
with your knowledge.
Thank you, Lacey.
Your old lady knowledge.
Thank you. It was one of the princes. It was somebody from the royal family. And it was like it's a whole thing.
Imagine being an old prince.
Yeah. And so
It's gotta
finally,
suck.
like 1 year, she was like, I want to actually do the massage thing, like, because she hadn't been to do it. So he sent her to Thailand, and like she met this guy and fell in love and stuff, and finally just called him one day and was like, yeah, I'm not fucking coming back, like, fuck you. And then like he was like, he got pissed.
I mean, yeah.
And she hung up on him, and she kind of had to like run, you know what I mean? Because he was so well connected that they would like move and stuff, and like there was one girl who did art for him, and that stuff happened to him. And every time she would move, like a couple weeks would pass, and then she would get a call from Jillian saying like, hey, we know where you live, and we're gonna get you. And like she would have to move, because that girl actually filed a report with the FBI and filed a report with the local police department, and the FBI didn't look into it for a long time, for an uncomfortably long time. And
that motherfucker got connections.
And then one day, when this FBI agent showed up on her doorstep and was like, hey, I'm here to follow up about that report. And this FBI agent was like really good. And I wish I was better at remembering names, because I can't remember like who all was on top of it. You know what I mean? So about 2006, he starts getting convicted for this underage prostitution thing. And, or soliciting prostitution from a minor or something. And the dude got 18 months in like basically just like staying at a hotel that was like a prison, you know what I mean? And that was like a deal or whatever that they made.
Epstein?
Yeah. That was the first time he ever went to prison. But he could leave whenever he wanted to, too.
Yeah, it wasn't real prison.
Yeah, like
It was like the prison the Goodfellas were at.
Basically, yeah, he could just leave whenever he wanted to.
Charlie Jassinger, Cannon, La La Land arc coming.
And then finally they got him. I want to say in 2018, 2019, like, and started like really pressing him and stuff. When the whole Me Too movement caught on and everything, and they got
And then things
then-
happened.
and then in August, he
He suicided.
he was suicided. But the thing about
He
the
unalived himself.
the documentary is they don't really comment on whether or not, like, they don't really play into the conspiracy part of it. They're
I
very
bet his
much,
people made it.
they're like, yeah, he, like, he committed suicide, but they never like really address like whether or not it's,
Whether or not they think it's true or not.
yeah.
But
But
they probably had to
Netflix-
fact check things, and like factually, it's
But I
kind of hard
mean,
to.
Netflix is very it's like their unsolved mystery documentary. There's no like host for these,
Yeah.
so it's very much just the victims talking, and they kind of talk about what they think happened, but there's never like any like, and there's
You think he's
perspective from
dead?
the law enforcement side.
You
Yeah, I
think he's dead?
Do we have pictures of the body?
Yeah,
We do.
I think so.
Let me see the pictures of the body.
No,
Why?
this is Twitch.
Oh yeah.
You
that's
look
true.
him up. I mean, you have a laptop.
Yeah, hold on.
But I mean, what's happening? What are you talking about? Epstein, and him being dead. But I don't know. I don't think he's. I don't know if he's alive, but I don't know if he's dead either. In my head, like, dude, that man had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress on that island, a giant one, a like fucking 20-foot tall painting of Bill Clinton wearing a dress that he had made during his presidency. Do you know what that means? That
It's
means
very
every time, and he went there like 20 plus times, Bill Clinton. Like, he went to that island so many times.
Yeah.
Is there ever been more of a "you're my fucking bitch" statement than having a fucking giant picture of the guy in a dress? He brought Hillary there too. They both saw. Like, you're talking about the fucking Goliathan bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the bad guy that we don't talk about, like, that you see in movies. Like, he's the big bad guy in like fucking James Bond movies. Like, and I'm sure if he is alive, like, this is what he loves. He loves people talking about him like this.
Yeah.
But I also believe in the James Bond people.
They fake their deaths.
No, I believe that there are James Bonds out there.
Oh yeah.
I believe there are some fucking Jason Bourne motherfuckers that fuck these guys up. And if he is dead, I think that's what happened.
Mm.
I don't think he faked his own death, or I don't think that somebody had him killed, like, to cover up some big mass thing. I think some motherfucker got in there and killed him.
I don't know.
But I don't know. That's me hoping for heroes and villains and shit like that. But at the same time, the most logical thing, air quotes, is that he killed himself.
But it just
The
doesn't
next
make
most
sense.
logical thing,
Logically, it doesn't make sense.
I know.
Because the bed's too short, and like the way that
Yes.
they said he hung himself, like it doesn't add up.
I mean, yes, sure. I agree. I
It's a
think
low security prison.
what I think happened is he was killed. But in terms of the proof we've been given, like, they would be very openly looking for a murderer if there wasn't something that, we don't understand, unless they're covering it up, which is all the, it's,
Would they be looking for a murderer though? I mean, they didn't
someone
look for
killed him.
him for a long time, because
Well, now
of,
it's-
because
now
of
there's
how
light
well
on it.
Because
yeah,
of
but
how
now
well
there's light
connected-
on it is the thing. Oh, no, he did.
Well, I mean, theoretically. Oh no, blank Ted Epstein YouTube.
It's hard to read. It's hard to.
I know how y'all vote.
There's definitely a
This is-
language
this is
barrier in
just
terms
what
of the
I
way
thought,
that the
but
Senate
there
structure is
a
put.
conspiracy documentary out there called-
So it's not like the media, which I believe because there are a lot of politicians who are pedophiles, but of course they never admit it. Well, yeah, no, I mean, I think it's definitely there's a definite understanding now that there are a lot of celebrities, politicians, people of power who are pedophiles.
Yeah.
Just based on statistical anomalies would have to be everywhere for it to not to be the case. Or there aren't any, and he's just a genius at making it look like that. But realistically, there's probably a lot of pedophile people in power.
Do you think
Which-
Prince William is?
Andrew, not sure.
Andrew, not William.
I don't know. Probably, maybe. I don't know. He's a million. I mean, the guy's old. There's a lot of old people. I mean, He's an
You
old
think Bill
rich
Clinton
people.
is?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know any of these people. I don't want to say yes or no without
Hey, can I
knowing.
walk
But
you home? Sorry, that made me think of the John Mulaney bit where Bill Clinton was just a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Which,
can I
Yeah.
walk you home,
yeah, I know, right? Creepy.
bro?
God.
It's so scary. I don't know. I mean,
Can I walk you to the island? Jesus.
Ricky Gervais. If I'm saying his name right, the dude who hosted the Oscar, he made everybody uncomfortable when he was making a joke about Epstein being everybody's friend, and then all of. You mean Weinstein?
Yeah.
I think he was talking about Weinstein it was at the Golden Globes, not he never hosted the Oscars. They wouldn't let him. But
Yeah, the room did get quiet.
yeah, he got quiet a lot of times when he made fun of Harvey Weinstein because he knew. Everyone knew that Weinstein was bad for years,
Yeah.
but he owned fucking Miramax.
Yeah.
He's the president of Miramax. Miramax made Good Will Hunting. Miramax made a lot of the biggest movies of all time, and there are a lot of people that he had to suck ass to get where they went. Like they had to be nice to him and be friendly, and a lot of those women who were actresses. I think the dragon from Neverending Story is a pedophile. Okay, Nick. But either way, yeah, Ricky Gervais called him. Ricky Gervais is like the realest motherfucker in the world. He calls shit out like this and doesn't give a fuck. He called out Harvey Weinstein and made jokes about him being a fucking creep, like years ago, like 7 or 8 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, live on the Golden Globes to Harvey Weinstein in the crowd.
Damn.
And Harvey laughed. Everyone else laughed because it was like a funny joke. It was like a funny joke you make about people.
Yeah.
But that's just from everyone's perspective. Ricky knew, and everyone in that room knew, or at least maybe not
And
everyone.
It's fucked up
A
'cause
lot
they
of
were all
people knew.
laughing,
They
too.
had to laugh.
Yeah.
They had to. I mean, what are they gonna do? Not laugh and then give themselves away as someone who knew and didn't say anything? Just slippery slope. And Ricky didn't give a fuck. He's the realest motherfucker in the world. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But check Doc Out of the Shadows on YouTube.
I gotta check that out.
Makes
I
it
love
neat.
watching documentaries on YouTube because it's a lot less.
I really
It's a
like
lot
the
more
Heath Ledger
people
one.
It's a lot more people talking about what they actually think what happened instead of like them just going like fat by fat by fat. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem with that though.
No, I mean I understand there is problems with that, but I like that they like Let Me Know, the guy that I've been telling you to check out for months. Like he very much presents everything factually first, and then it's like you decide what you think, and then like he
Here's
says
what I think.
here's what I think. You know?
I just don't like stuff like that isn't like combed over a little bit by a lot of people. Because when one person makes something, it becomes very easy
becomes
to
very
make something
biased.
subjective and
Yeah,
biased. Yeah.
yeah.
Which is scary. And it's one thing if they're just
But I
telling
think this guy
a
has a whole
story.
team
It's another
behind
if
him.
they're well, maybe yeah. I
Because
mean,
of the way it's made, it seems like it's got a lot of people. But you go ahead. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
no, I know what you. We're saying the same thing. I
Yeah.
think it's just kind of sketchy because there's no. It's just a guy making something, and it's one thing if someone's reporting the news that way. You know,
Yeah.
if you just have a guy, because you kind of want his bias a little bit if you're watching that person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you have objective places, and
Yeah.
you have people that do say the objective thing, and then they give their opinion, like Philip DeFranco.
Yeah.
That's why I like him so much. Is he straight up just tells you the story, says what happened, clip for clip, you know, like with the context. Then he says, "Here's my opinion on it." Whatever, says the opinion, and then says, "What's your opinion?" Ask to put it in the comments. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I want to make a doc about gay racist Charlie. Please be in it. I'll pay you in Lucky Charms. Jesus Christ. I do like Lucky Charms.
I don't know. I think definitely I think he was killed because of what he knew, like somebody who either didn't like him or he held dirt on for too long. I think the Clintons killed him, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't be surprised if he was alive either. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because what's his name? Fucking the guy that was embezzling all that money from Wall Street that they locked away
Don't tell me.
at the fucking end of the
Yeah.
or at the beginning of the recession in 08.
Yeah, he did a pyramid scheme
What was his
or a
name?
Ponzi scheme. God damn it! Someone's gonna say it in
Fucking
chat, and I'm gonna be so mad 'cause I
Lacey's
want to guess
probably
it.
remembers.
Yeah.
Or Kristen.
God
What's
damn
his
it!
name? You
I know it.
because he was all over the news at one point.
Robert De Niro played him in a movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this movie?
Come on.
The movie's named after him too. That's what's gonna make me the most mad. God damn it!
I just thought about him the other day, and I was like, you know what? This is
His
very
son killed
similar.
himself.
Yeah. It wasn't no Weinstein or Epstein.
No,
it
this is a
was-
while back. God damn it! I'm so mad right now.
Well, let's just look up housing recession. I'm sure.
It wasn't because of that. It was something else.
That wasn't part of it.
No. Sorry, I'm blanking on it. Well, Lacey, it looks like we don't know something that you also don't know. Imagine being proud of that. It looks like we all don't remember. God damn it. What is it? Someone's going to say it. You or someone in chat's going to say it, and it's going to piss me off. Look up Ponzi scheme. He'll be the number one name. Literally just look up the words Ponzi scheme.
Isn't he the guy who The Big Short's based on?
No.
Oh.
God damn it. Wait. Lacey, how dare you?
Bernie Madoff.
Bernie fucking Madoff.
Yes.
Ah!
What did he get? When did he get arrested?
That was a while ago.
2009. He pled guilty.
I mean, yeah, they caught his ass.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still in prison or not. He probably is, but he's probably living nice in prison.
I don't think so. He was living kind of rough.
No, I mean in prison. He still has money. He still moves some shit around. Yeah, no, wouldn't have known that. Oh, really?
Damn. Huh.
That's crazy. Yeah, they made a movie called Madoff, and Robert De Niro plays him. It was like a TV movie though. It wasn't like a
Yeah,
in theaters
yeah.
movie, but
But it was like when they made the OJ movie and they had what's his name? Or
Well, that wasn't a
OJ
movie.
Show. I
Yeah.
mean, that was a good show, by the way. Did you
I
watch
saw
it?
the first like 3 episodes. I never finished it.
It's on Netflix.
I know. I was watching it when I had Netflix for myself, and then I didn't anymore for a while, and I just
Yeah.
never went back and started watching it again.
Uh,
It's definitely.
pretty
I
good.
heard it was amazing. I know that dude, like everyone won awards for it. Fucking the show
Yeah.
won a bunch. Sterling K. Brown,
what's his name
won.
that plays Ross? That's playing like
David
the-
Schwimmer. He played.
Bro,
He played Robert
fucking-
Kardashian.
He fucking killed it, like as Robert Kardashian. Like, my mom watched it when it came out, and she was like, "That's exactly how it was when it happened." Because she was live, and I wasn't when it was going on. What
Yeah, none of us
was
were.
she? What year was that?
93. Was that in the 80s?
No, that
wanna say
in
it was
the
the early
90s. It
90s.
was in the 90s.
When did OJ
Because
happen?
I remember there's a reference in Batman the Animated Series to the you know how like if the glove doesn't fit, then you must acquit. There's that
When
guy's-
did OJ Simpson die?
that guy's in Batman the Animated Series, which is fucking hilarious.
Wait, what guy?
With the OJ guy that's like, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
That's funny.
Hold on, wait.
95. I typed in when did O.J. Simpson happen. It said
95?
October 2nd, 95. The O.J. Simpson murder case was a criminal trial held in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Former National Football League player, broadcaster, and actor O.J. Simpson was tried and acquitted from January to October. Damn. Oh, wait, no, that's not as long as I thought. No, yeah, it is. January. If it was October to January. Man, that went fucking 9 months. Lance Ito, Superior Court of California of the County of Los Angeles, decided on the 3rd. Damn,
What?
just a lot. It's like that's a crazy thing to not have been around for.
Well,
I
you
was
said
I
it
was
in
literally born.
95?
I was literally born fucking 4 months later. Yeah, 4 months later. Damn. I was an organism when it happened. I was like, it happened before my conception, the murder, but the trial. By the time the trial ended, I was some cells. I was definitely. Let's see. I was born a month early, so I was halfway to being a baby.
Halfway
To be
being a
fair, I don't
baby.
remember much of the OJ trial either. I mean, yeah, that was 25 years ago now. That's crazy, bro. In 1 month, no, in 2 months, 1 month, it's September now. Bro, I keep thinking it's August still. In less than a month, it'll be the 25-year anniversary.
Really?
Yeah. That's bananas, bro. Imagine being around for, like, what's something like that? I mean, I guess the Epstein thing is something like that for us,
What the?
like, in our lifetime.
I mean, not really.
If it had stayed and gone to trial, definitely. Like, if he had stayed alive, you know?
Yeah.
That would have been a gigantic thing. I'm trying to think. What big trials have gone on in our lifetime that are similar? Like anything?
Casey Anthony was a good one.
Yeah, but I mean in our lifetime where we were like young adults, like nothing yet, nothing really. Like the Epstein thing would have been the big giant cultural thing,
Harvey Weinstein's trial.
I guess. I think the problem with like Weinstein and Bill Cosby and all that shit is that it got muddied up with so many other ones. Like the true
what
evil
was the
people,
big-
the
it was
true evil people like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein got in trouble, which is good. But like it wasn't nearly as big a deal because of social media. Because of all the other people that got like wrongfully accused of shit.
Oh, you mean like the people that
The
That
people
got
that like may have done something weird or creepy or whatever, but like
yeah.
were being put in the same light as Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby. Where Bill Cosby's a straight up fucking racist. I mean rapist. And Harvey Weinstein, I don't know, did he get did he get
So
tried for raping, or was it like for using his
I can't
power,
I think
like-
he got
I can't
charged for
hold
rape.
on. Yeah, let me see.
Look it up though.
On May 25th, 2018, he was charged by New York County District Office with rape, criminal sex act, sex abuse, and sexual misconduct for incidents involving two separate women. After surrendering to police, he appeared in the New York City criminal court before Judge Kevin McGrath. So there you go. He was charged with rape. Shit on, idiot.
Oh, here we go.
Talking to him, not you.
This. I found the
Maybe
the,
Courtney Love killed Epstein too, like Johnny Drop and Amber Heard. Depp, goddamn it, autocorrect like Johnny Depp.
I found the phrase that's used. You know how if the glove doesn't fit, the bat if the glove doesn't fit, then you must acquit.
Okay.
So the phrase the animated series used was, if the bat's on the spray, we must pay the fee. Because they found out who he was in the episode. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Are you proud of your work?
Yes, it took me a while to find that, actually. I was over here clicking buttons and stuff.
This is the man I've chosen as my lifelong comedy partner. Anyway,
Johnny Deep.
he said Johnny Drop, then Johnny Depp.
Johnny Drop.
The thing that made stuff like that so muddy though is like with Chris Hardwick or Aziz Ansari or Louis C.K. Like
there was stuff coming out about Aziz Ansari.
yeah, so some chick, I love you, Creighton, says Nick.
Thank you.
Some chick he went on a date with, like, long story short, it was a bad date, and she made it seem like he was some kind of rapist.
So what happened? Tell
So
us the
she
story.
went down on him, he went down on her. It's been a while since I heard the whole story. I think
on the date, like at the table.
no, like
Oh.
after what?
Oh,
Come
oh.
on, bro.
Okay.
And they like there was like an argument or something.
While he was going down on her.
I don't know,
Bro,
man.
that's the worst time to have an argument. Your mouth's full, like, you know what I mean? Like,
You too, Charlie, I guess. Thank you, Nick. Long story short,
There's
she
shit
she
everywhere.
went public and just said like
people are all sweaty.
she went public and said a bunch of crazy shit about Aziz, and like just women flocked to this chick's side and were like, he raped her, or like that he like said all this crazy misogynist shit or whatever. And long story short, by the end of people looking into it, it was just a shitty date. Like with the Chris Hardwick thing, he was dating a totally different person, and like one of his exes, like that, like was really shitty to him, and because he got so famous, started talking about him being abusive and all this other shit, and like I think again, I might be quoting this wrong, so don't like take my word to heart. I think that she fabricated like screenshots of messages and shit, like between the two of them, where he said crazy shit. And
Yeah.
he was like, nah, son. And like gave his phones to like, there was an open investigation. He like gave his phones to like the police. And was like, search my shit. Figure this out because it's not true. And he ended up being okay. Like everything was,
Did he sue her for?
I don't think so. I think she was like just crazy.
Okay.
I don't know though.
Or what's it
I might be
called?
wrong.
Defamation of character.
I think that's, yeah, like whenever somebody tries to fuck up
Because that's what
your social status, I guess.
that's what happened with Epstein's lawyer and one of the victims.
Because of the Netflix thing?
Well, so because of her allegations against him, he went to go sue her for defamation of character, and she countersued. Yeah, it's
Damn.
the whole thing. It's an ongoing case though too. So
Yeah, I don't know.
we'll
I don't
see
know
how
if
it
Louis
turns
doing
out.
that. I feel like knowing Louis as a person and a comedian, I feel like he wouldn't
Well,
care.
what was happening with Louis?
So
I thought he
Louis,
was jerking off in front of people.
he jerked off in front of a bunch of women,
Yeah.
but it was all consensual. Every single case was consensual. Even the women that called him out on it said it was consensual.
Because he would
But it
ask
was-
them, right?
He would ask them, and they would say yes. The problem to them and in the public eye was that it was him being in a place of power when it happened. Now, to him, I haven't listened to the special yet because he's had a special now that has come out since on his website. It's like $7. I got to listen to it. I hear it's fucking amazing. With that said, what I've heard is that to him, he didn't understand. He was just, it was something that's like a kink for him. It's like a thing he enjoyed doing.
Mm.
Like Sarah Silverman, famous comedian, he did it in front of her and she thought it was funny, and she would like laugh and like and then there were other times where he would ask to do it and she said no, fuck you, and would be like no, but like they're really good friends and she loves him, like they're best friends, and she said that that's just a thing with Louis, and she never felt attacked or like that he was some kind of villain because of it.
But it's still kind of.
It is definitely weird and creepy, but there are weird,
Yeah.
creepy guys, and some do weird things that people are okay with. He got consent. He didn't do anything illegal. It's weird. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
definitely riding the line for me.
it was all consensual. The people that called him out agreed that it was consensual. Nothing was illegal. It was simply murky waters in terms of like the reason he was doing it from an objective point of view would seem like he was just using his status and power to do it. But again, and I might be mistaken on this, I think a lot of this was a while ago. Like more than like most of this, if not all of it, was more than 10 years ago. I might be wrong on that.
Mm.
I'm not sure. So it definitely wouldn't have been in the it would have been in his
Was it
like
going on while he was filming Parks and Rec?
no,
'Cause
he was
on that show.
he was on that show, but he wasn't like that wasn't like a fucking thing that made him famous or anything. That was after he was huge and famous. I don't think it was during that.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure. At least a dog didn't lick his asshole. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't consent to that.
You're saying that dog raped you?
I'm not saying that. That's all I'm saying. is-
non-consensual sex with an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah?
no.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
Great
not
said that.
non-consensual
You guys hear that?
sex
Clip
with
it.
an
Clip it.
animal.
I mean, it's non-consensual something with an animal.
It's non-consensual something, but it's definitely not consensual.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I don't know. I think that had the Bill Cosby thing been a thing in its own, like an isolated situation, it would have been the biggest, craziest thing of all time in terms of pop culture and celebrity.
Well, it was like, what, 40-something women?
It was like 90 women.
90 women?
It was a lot. It was like 90 accused him.
Potentially more?
Potentially more. Because who knows about the ones that aren't alive or the ones that didn't come forward.
Mm-hmm.
The scary thing was his wife helped him.
Really?
Yeah, she was in on it. Like, she would help, like, dose the women, like roofie them.
Damn.
It's a weird situation.
And nobody talked about it?
Yeah, people talked about it.
I mean, nobody knew publicly for years.
No.
Decades.
For decades.
Yeah.
He's like, what, like 90 now? Like, how old is he? He's like
Oh.
80, late 80s. Hold on.
He is 83.
83. I feel like he was older than that. Born in 37. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is one of 4 sons of Anne blah blah. Is an American stand-up comedian and convicted sex offender. Cosby began his career as a stand-up comic at the Hungry Eye in San Francisco during the 1960s. He's 6 foot tall. Spouse is blah blah blah. Damn, he's been married to her since 64.
Damn.
They got married when he was 27. People also to search for: O.J. Simpson, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein. Those are the 3 like recommended searches after you search for after you search Bill Cosby.
They say like wasn't there something like he was claiming like he was too sick to go to jail or something like that?
Yeah. Same with Harvey Weinstein. Like they all got suddenly super ill and sick after being
Convicted,
or not convicted, being accused. Like
yeah.
Harvey Weinstein has to walk around with like a walker now, because if you have disabilities, you get more time in court. Like you or rather you can only be in court for like certain amounts of time so that
Yeah.
you can rest. So it like draws out the
trial.
trial and the proceedings.
And he looks like in some of these pictures, 'cause I was like hadn't seen him in forever. He looks like he's like blind in one eye.
Bill Cosby, yeah, he's like totally blind now or something. Or I think that since he's been in jail, he's like not blind anymore though.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was blind during the trial.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're going for.
Apparently, ever since he's been in prison, he's been star of the show though. Everyone in prison loves him. He's a great prisoner. like
That's
he's
not doesn't make anybody. It doesn't make me feel better. It doesn't make me any more comfortable.
nope.
Hmm.
Apparently, the prisoners love him. I mean, he's still Bill Cosby. He's probably a great he's probably a great guy to have around in a prison.
No,
It's not like he's
what?
roofing guys. I mean,
Well,
he
bro, like so correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard a while ago, that prisoners don't like pedophiles and
He
like,
wasn't a
sex
pedophile.
offenders and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he raped women, probably, definitely.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's
yeah.
a
Well,
lot
they don't like
prisoners-
pedophiles nearly as much as they like. I think that there's like a difference, but don't get me wrong, he's still Bill Cosby.
and he's still
He's still hilarious.
horrible as a person.
Yeah, still, but he's
A
still
horrible
also hilarious.
No.
Yeah, he's definitely
mean,
hilarious.
Yeah, but
You can't
that's
say he's not. The man
that-
is one
I'm
of the
not
funniest men of
saying
all
he's
time.
not hilarious. I'm saying that what he did is awful.
Yes, I agree.
And that I feel like him being hilarious isn't even part of the conversation.
What? It's literally part of the conversation when he's being a good prisoner. When I'm discussing that people like him
I
in
mean, I
prison, it's because
guess.
he's hilarious.
I guess. But like, you know,
I agree.
we weren't talking about like him being a good prisoner. We were just talking about
We were in that
we were
moment.
talking about like his medical condition and how it's progressed since he's been in prison.
Or how it's regressed, rather.
Yeah, exactly.
He went blind, air quotes,
Yeah.
for the trial. And then I think the same with Harvey Weinstein. I think since he's been in prison, he can, like, walk again. And I don't know, like, to the extent. I think he got a pretty,
Who, Weinstein?
I think he got a pretty lax sentence.
Did he? What
I
did he
think.
get sentenced to? 'Cause
It wasn't anything
they're both
super
in
crazy,
prison
I don't think.
now, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
for,
Bill
like,
Cosby only got, like, an 8-year sentence.
But I mean, that could be the rest of his life. For
Probably,
him.
yeah. But who knows? I mean, he's 83. He'd get out when he's 91, and that's not counting good behavior. He might be out before he's 90.
He should get longer than that.
I
feel like.
agree.
For,
I mean, he should be in
for
prison forever.
90 women.
He should get killed.
90,
Bro,
potentially more.
potentially. Well, I don't think that he was. I think he was only like verifiably charged with like a few, like 2 or 3.
That's fucking ridiculous. Out of 90,
Well, I mean,
out of
again,
90 known
listen.
that came forward, you could only make like
it has
3
to
of
be
them
proven.
stick.
You have to make it. You have to prove it. It's still a court.
It's just, God, it's I mean, it's.
I mean,
like-
Creighton, you've never raped anyone, right?
no, but
If
yes,
100
but I
people
mean,
like came forward and said that you raped them, and it wasn't true, you'd want the court to decide
yeah,
that.
I
You know
would
what I
want
mean?
my
I
day in
mean,
court. But
I'm
I
not
mean,
trying to
like,
defend Bill Cosby. I'm simply saying like you
you're,
have to
you're
prove
looking
it.
at objectively,
Yeah, you have to be
and
able
I
to
get
prove it.
that. But I at the same time, I'm like, all these women were telling almost the exact same story, and none of them knew each other.
Well, it's not that original of a story though. They got roofied. They got raped. That happens to a lot of women.
But I mean, there was
and
details.
listen. Imagine you've been raped, right? It's horrible. But if you were raped by Bill Cosby,
It's horrible.
it's disgusting. What I'm saying is, some women are freaks, and some of those women might not have been raped by Bill Cosby. They might just have wanted the attention in court.
I
to
mean,
be a part of the
get-
OJ
I
case
get
of
where
the
you're
century.
coming from. I get where you're coming from, but like, still, it's just. I mean, it's a lot of people
Yeah.
to come forward, and you're telling me you can only prove like.
Well, hold on.
a
Let's see how
handful?
many it was. 'Cause
Yeah, let's get the exact numbers on this.
Cosby's first trial in June 2017 was found guilty of 3 counts of aggravated incident assault on retrial in 2018. He was sentenced to 3 to 10 years. Okay, sorry, 3 to 10 years, which I think is like 7 or 8 technically, in
Mhm.
state prison and fined $25,000 plus the cost of the
Just 25,000?
and the cost of the prosecution, which was 43,000,
What the fuck? That's like cheap as hell.
especially for Bill Cosby. So yeah, 3 counts of
So
aggravated.
and how many came forward?
Cosby has been accused by 60 women of rape during facilitated sexual assault, sexual battery, or sexual misconduct. There were also 2 instances of alleged child sexual abuse, both involving girls 15 years of age. Okay, so 60 women came forward.
So about 63 cases altogether. 63 cases, because you said there's 3 potentially underage people.
Yes.
Okay.
Two instances. So 62. Or I don't know if they bunched that in with the main 60 or not. I don't know if that's like 2 on top of the
What
60.
percent is that out of like, so 3? he
3
got
out of
convicted.
60?
Yeah, or 3 out of 63.
62.
62.
Well, 3 out of 60 would be easier. I mean, 3 out of 60, that's 1/20th.
So 1/20th.
That's 5%.
5%. He only got convicted for 5%
Of the people that came forward.
of the people that came forward.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And that's not to mention how
That's-
many dozens more
that-
didn't come forward.
That to me is like the system failing.
I mean, I don't know. It has to be proven. Again,
It does have to be proven, but I feel like because there being so many cases, there wasn't a lot of attention spent case by case. You know what I mean? And that to me just feels like he should have been in trial way longer, and it should have cost him way more. At
yeah,
least.
no, I mean, I agree with you. I mean,
Yeah.
if you rape a person, I
Yeah,
think you have to go away forever.
Yeah.
To me, I think if you rape a person, you're gone, jail forever, shoot him in the head. So like, that is a forever punishment.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to ever be a person again.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to be in the world doing normal shit. To me, that's to me. I mean, obviously there are fucking rules and rehabilitation for shit like that, whatever. Look, if you steal a fucking apple from Walmart and go to jail for 10 days, I think you're not going to steal an apple again from Walmart.
Yeah.
Unless you're real hungry and you can afford to go back to jail for 10 days. You know what I mean? Like,
so
it's
what
not the
you're
worst thing.
saying, like we're
You can
we
be
should
rehabilitated.
harsher?
You can be rehabilitated for some things, but if you rape somebody, I don't know if I care if you're going to be rehabilitated from that. I don't know if I want you walking around my kids. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I mean, you know,
I don't know if I want you walking on the street,
I don't know if I want you
and I
to
don't care
live
if-
alone forever. I think I just want you
Yeah.
gone. I want you punished.
I don't care.
All right, dudes, I need to go. Early meeting. Rencontre avec les the douche. What? I mean the French.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what that means.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me whether you're 18 or you're 118. Like, I feel like you should definitely do your time for that. Like, I wish she would have gotten longer.
I mean, yeah, I think if you're 83, you just go away for life at that point.
Yeah.
There's no reason to enjoy normal life. It's not like you have much he can do or
I
get
just
away
wish
with.
that they would have come forward. I'm not blaming them at all by any means, but I wish this would have come out at a time when he was younger and they could have really like stuck it to him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It sucks that so much of his shit.
Yeah. I think I've missaid that. I don't mean them coming out. I just mean like this would have come to light.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Because I know it's hard for them. It's hard
Yeah,
for
I
any
mean,
rape.
what? I mean, imagine the people that didn't come forward. Like,
Exactly.
imagine. Let's say that those 3 cases were the only 3 out of those 60 that were true.
Mhm.
For those 57 women that are air quotes lying, I bet you there's 2 for each. I bet you there's double the amount out in the world that
Mhm.
didn't come forward because they didn't want their name attached to
Potentially
it.
more.
Potentially more than that, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, some women, like, imagine this hypothetical, right?
Mhm.
A woman got raped by Bill Cosby. She knows she got raped by Bill
Did
Cosby.
did
Well, hold
his
on.
wife get convicted at all?
I don't
meant
think
to
so.
ask
I think she got immunity for testifying against.
that. Oh, really?
I think. I'm not 1,000% on that. I think I remember that.
Mhm.
But assume this hypothetical, right? A woman got raped by Bill Cosby like 40 years ago, and she's like 58, 59 now. This was when she was a teenager. She knows it happened. He knows it happened. There's nothing she can do to prove it. And if she comes to light with it, her life gets turned upside down. People won't stop leaving her alone. She becomes the one of the women that got raped by Bill Cosby.
And that's all she's known.
And that's, oh shit, you good?
Yeah.
And that's all she's known as. But now that he's been put in prison, I mean, I'm sure a lot of those women are just happy knowing he's gone.
I mean, not for long.
Not for long.
If he gets out.
Exactly.
If he
I feel
lives
like if
that
he
long.
does get out, like the case will be reopened. Some of the women that
Oh,
haven't come forward will come forward. A lot of things. A lot of stuff will happen, you know?
Yeah.
But it's sadly just one of those things that we're going to have to wait and see about.
Yeah. At least he hasn't suicided in prison.
I mean, I hope he fucking does. I'd rather him just be dead.
I need it. I want the people that want their day in court to have their day in court. You know what I mean? To
Oh,
really,
I mean, yeah, I
to
guess.
really like, you know, be like, this is what he did, and this is like why he should fucking pay. You know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know that point of view because I've never been in that point of view. You know what I
do
mean?
you mean?
Like, I'm not the person that had the thing done to me is what I mean.
I've never been the person that's had the thing.
I know
done
what
to
you
me
mean.
either.
I know. I
But-
mean,
But if it was me, I would want my day in court. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, I'm speaking from this as someone who's never had that happen to them.
yeah.
But like theoretically, if I was in that situation, I would want my day in court, and I would want the person to know that who had ever done it to me that they're going to jail, and I'm part of the reason that they're going to jail. Like I helped put them there, you know. At least, and that's me. Again, it might be like, you know, what you're saying. There's women out there that happened 40 years ago, and like they don't have any proof other than that they just knew, and they don't want to come forward because, like, if they did, it would just be like their word against his at this point because of the lack of evidence.
Doesn't work like that in a lot of cases. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it doesn't, and it's awful. I mean, I didn't realize it until watching the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Like, I kind of knew, but like, I didn't realize like the way that it works, like in its fundamentals, until watching the Jeffrey Epstein thing. And
What do you
watching-
mean?
Well, so in the Jeffrey Epstein thing, they break down a lot of like what these girls had to go through
Oh.
trial wise in order to get this guy actually convicted, because the first trial didn't work at all. Like I
Yeah.
said, he got that 18 months and got out like 12 months after, or got out 12 months after of this prison that he was in.
Like a lot of the justice system is highly fucked. Yeah.
Yes.
Sadly.
And it's, they took him to civil court after that, and like didn't get anything from it. It was costing them money, and it might be like what you're saying with a case like that. It could end up costing you more financially and emotionally and physically in the long run than it could, like, you know, just letting somebody else with bigger pockets do it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we don't all have the money to just like hire a whole legal team like a Bill Cosby or a Jeffrey Epstein or a
You know what
Harvey
superheroes
Weinstein
we
would.
need?
What?
Pro bono lawyers.
What's pro bono mean?
Means they'll work for free.
Oh yeah,
Like pro bono that like
are good.
cover high
Like crazy
quality
good.
cases like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that are great lawyers. I mean, the problem, it doesn't matter. Like, some things don't matter with big, great lawyers if there's no proof. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Is like there has to be proof of the thing happening. Like, that's why I think a lot of rape cases, like after so many years, are basically like impossible to try.
Well, that's why they have the rape kits and stuff at the hospitals, because a lot of that is to preserve that evidence. But like you're saying, stuff like that didn't exist 40 years ago.
Exactly.
You
And a
know?
lot of them still don't get used either.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
And yeah, a lot of times the victims won't
Say anything.
pursue anything. with
There's
their
way
attackers.
more victims that have not said anything than the ones that have.
And it's awful. It's a
awful.
terrible thing.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's a loaded dice. I mean, there's a lot of crazy sides to that whole situation, case by case. I mean, you have imagine you're in a small town. I mean, if you're a woman or a guy, I mean, if you're a person that's been raped and you tell everybody, and it turns out that there's no proof, now you're the guy that cried wolf and tried to make someone look bad. You know what I mean? Like, there's shitty people that look at it that way, and there's the people that look at the guy that you're accusing shitty and believe you, and then you just have a divided community.
Mhm.
It's this really fucked up situation.
Mhm.
I think if you get raped, you should tell everybody. Just so that at least people know it might have happened.
Yeah.
And they know to look at that guy a different way.
Or
I
at
just
least
hate,
look at it
but the
like in a
scary
question.
situation with that is that people cry rape as well.
Yeah.
You know, there are women who definitely have said,
And there's guys too.
there's
I
guys
guess
and women and men who've said that they were and they weren't.
Mhm.
That's the real scary situation, is when some chick wants to get back at a boyfriend or an ex-husband or whatever who never did anything to them. They just want to make their life miserable and say that, and then all of a sudden, boom, you've ruined this guy's life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or this girl's life, or whatever it is. I mean, there's that situation exists too,
Yeah.
and that's what's
Well.
scary about it.
It's crazy.
The whole thing's fucked
Yeah.
up. That's people though.
Mhm.
People are fucked up, except for Jason Momoa. I think he's perfect.
Jason Momoa is pretty great.
He's awesome. He's gonna be in Dune. Have you seen the trailer for Dune,
No.
bro?
What's that about?
You know what? That's a good question. Dune, set in the distant future amidst a feudal interstellar society in which various noble houses control planetary fiefs?
Isn't that
Fiefs?
like Game of Thrones, but in space.
Maybe. Dune tells the story of young Paul Atreides, I think, whose family accepts the stewardship of the planet Arrakis. They made a movie in 65. No, the book came out in 65. They made a movie in like 87 or 88 or something that apparently is great but kind of boring because of the time that it was made. And they're making it now, and the cast is fucking nuts. Hold on. Dune 2020
This
cast.
isn't gonna be like what's it called? The movie that was really famous. Ben-Hur.
I don't know. I hope not.
Is it?
So Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Timothy Chalamet, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, Oscar Isaac, Stellan Skarsgård, Javier Bardem, Jesus, David Dastmalchian. I don't know this guy's name. Don't know you.
By the way, you know who would have made a great like Batman?
Who?
Josh Brolin.
I don't know. I think Josh Brolin like 15 years ago, 20 years ago would have been a great Batman. He'd be a great Batman.
Like an older Batman.
Yeah, like the one from God damn it.
The
Like
Dark
Old Man Logan, but Batman. What's it
Knight-
called?
The Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns Batman.
Yeah.
He'd be a really great Dark Knight Returns Batman.
Yeah.
You hear
Especially
about Vulture, who played Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton
Supposed to
coming
be
back.
coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back
He's
as him
rumored,
for the
though,
Flash
to
thing.
be.
I think it's like
not confirmed
I
yet.
think it's been confirmed by him by accident. I think he
Why?
accidentally
Did he?
confirmed it. I think that's what there was a lot of
What
videos
if he's
made.
just fucking around with people?
He might have been fucking around with people.
He
Does
do-
sound like something he
is
would do.
known to do that.
He is like a fuckery guy.
Yeah.
Like he's very fucky.
He's like,
fucky.
ah,
He's like, yeah, I got you. You thought I was coming back as Batman. Fuck you, I'm the Riddler. Imagine he said some crazy shit.
Well, it's just like they brought
He was so good as Vulture.
they brought Mark Hamill back in The Flash as the Trickster, and he was in the original '90s show as the Trickster.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it's crazy the way they do it in the new show is he's the new Trickster's father, who is also the Trickster, but like as more of a low-level supervillain.
Yeah,
that,
like
the
a shitty trickster.
like the cops could handle him. You know,
he's
what I
like
mean?
he's like disappointed in his son.
But in his older age, he's actually more villainous now, and like is actually kind of a challenge for the Flash.
Ooh, that's awesome.
They have a whole Christmas episode thing with him and everything. It's great. It's amazing. I love it.
I hear the guy that plays the Flash in the show is awesome.
Grant Gustin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's
Is
like,
that the Flash's name or is that the guy
that's-
playing? him?
No,
That's
what?
the guy playing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
I don't. I know there's
Flash's
like 5
name
Flashes.
is fucking
Like there's 5 Robins. Like
there's Wally West.
Barry Allen.
This guy's Barry Allen, and Wally
Okay.
West is Kid Flash. And then the
How
other
many-
Flashes. you're
How many
talking-
Robins are there? There's Dick Grayson.
It depends on
Damian.
which version you're talking about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of different Robins.
Yeah. So there's like 4 main Robins. There's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and
Damien.
Damian. I didn't like Damian at first though.
I liked him in the movies that I've seen him in.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's hilarious in those. And I haven't watched the whole movie.
I didn't like the idea of Damien at first because I was like, oh, he's gonna be like an actual son, so it's gonna be less of a metaphorical thing.
Oh
but-
yeah.
But I will say this: I do kind of like him in the movies and stuff. Then on the unofficial thing, you got Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, but then you've got Stephanie Brown. I can't remember her last name. I think it's Brown. You got your what's her name from The Dark Knight Returns, Carrie something, and then you've got somebody else who I can't think of. But yeah, Carrie Kelly.
Ow.
That was her name, Carrie Kelly. And I can't remember who the other person is. I feel like that's all of them though. There's another one. I think Stephanie was also Batgirl at one point too. Where are you going?
Going for a drive.
Okay. Goodbye. But yeah. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
I wish that the DCEU had waited like 8 years to start, and like waited for somebody like Joss Whedon to like.
No, it
Helmet.
doesn't need to be Joss Whedon.
I mean,
tell
just
you who
someone.
it
I mean,
needs to
someone
be.
like him. Somebody who could
Yeah,
have
like
done
they
it
were-
like from the beginning, a little more stable.
It needs to be. I would love if Bruce Timm came back and did it.
I don't know who that is.
Bruce Timm is like the guy who made the DCAU, and he did such a great job. Like, cause he did kind of like the MCU thing before the MCU was a thing, but he did it with DC, and it was amazing. Guys, check out the DCAU. He did it before it was like a crazy thing, and like he started out making like a Batman show, like Batman the Animated Series, which is like the very first show. And then they went on to make a Superman show. Well, the team decided like, we're gonna stop doing the Batman the Animated Series this way, and we'll just do a Superman show for a while. Then all of a sudden, they were like, let's make a Batman and Superman show that crosses over sometimes, and that's what Batman the Animated Series, or the New Adventures as they like to call it, is what the 4th season of Batman the Animated Series would be. Then they made Batman Beyond. So technically at one point they had 3 shows going on that they were all trying to work on. And then they canceled all 3 of those to do Justice League. And while Justice League was going on, you had Static Shock going on and the Zeta Project. And then Justice League ended. And then you have Justice League Unlimited starting. Justice League Unlimited is like the what's the word? Opadius or Opadium? The Carpe Diem, something like that.
Carpe Diem.
No, Carpe Diem's Live and Let Live. What's the thing where it's like the grand?
The Magnus Opus.
It's their Magnus Opus for that whole universe, and it's amazing. Justice League Unlimited.
Is it Magnus or
It,
Magnum?
it ties all the shows together so well. It's amazing. So yeah, and then there's a couple of tie-in movies, too. You got Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, Batman Sub-Zero, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. I feel like there's more that I'm missing, but I feel like that's all I can think of. And then you have recent movies like Batman and Harley Quinn that just came out, and Batman Mystery, the Batwoman's one, and that's the one I was forgetting. And Justice League versus the Fatal 5, which is also canon of that. So 6 movies and 5 shows. Yeah.
It's just a lot.
But it was all made by the same team and then
Mhm.
working together. So they did kind of like the whole MCU thing before
Yeah.
it was before the
Before
MCU
the
was
MCU was a thing.
yeah. And while that was going on, you had X-Men the animated series, which was really good apparently.
I cannot
don't
wait
watch
until the MCU kicks back up, especially after all this fucking COVID shit.
it. Yeah.
I'm really sad about Chadwick Boseman though.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck they're.
I think they should make Shuri the new
Well, she was supposed to be Iron Man though.
no.
Like she was supposed to come in and be like the next Iron Man
Why
style
not do
character.
like a combo.
I guess. I mean, I guess we'll see. Because I think that Bucky was supposed to be the what's it called? The White Panther or something.
White Wolf.
White Wolf. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be the
Yeah.
Panther, but like that's what in my head was the
Yeah.
thing.
Well, he's already the White Wolf.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
He's got vibranium on him.
What's the first show that's coming out? Is it gonna be WandaVision, or is it gonna be the other Bucky and the Winter
Falcon
Soldier?
and the Winter Soldier?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And then Loki's comes out like next year, or something like late next year.
Le-
Sometime.
Loki's the last one, I believe. And then apparently WandaVision's going to lead into
Doctor Strange,
Strange.
Multiverse of Madness.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm optimistic. but I'm also devastated and scared about how they're gonna we gotta fix that about how they're gonna
Let's just mount it down.
how they're
Mount it to the
gonna
table.
fix it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's crazy right now. I mean,
The world's crazy.
definitely a pivotal time.
I really think that things are gonna be okay though.
Pick back up. You think?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think movie theaters just being open at all is like the very beginning of things getting back to normal. 'Cause like that's that's so non-essential. That's like the most non-essential thing in the world is movie theaters, and now they're allowed to be open. And like, I think they're gonna realize that. I think they can only fudge the numbers for so long before people catch on to shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this is gonna be okay. Oh, by the way, do you want to go see Tenet tomorrow at 7:30? Oh, you close
Yeah.
tomorrow, don't you? Fuck.
Yes.
Never mind. Shit. Oh well, never mind.
Yeah. Well, there we go. There goes that.
You might not get to meet Nathan tomorrow. 'Cause we're probably gonna go see it.
Where are you guys gonna go see it at?
Redstone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, PDX is at 7:30.
Nice.
Low key, depending on how good it is, though, I might talk Nathan into going and seeing it again whenever you get a chance.
Oh, do you want to get? Well, do they have any later showings?
No, 7:30 is the latest showing period at the theater tomorrow for Redstone.
I get off early Saturday, at 6.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll ask Nathan. But
I'm
I just
supposed to be spending the day with Kristen, so she will come.
okay. Yeah, I don't
Yes.
care. Anyway,
Maybe she might have Kira.
you want to wrap this one a little early?
It doesn't matter to me. We keep going. There's other topics in there if you want to discuss them. We got 30
I know.
minutes to fill.
It's just like based on the topics we've had tonight. Like I feel like
it's been a rough night.
it hasn't been a rough. It's
Not
just
rough.
been it's more heavy.
Yeah. It's
Like
been
a heavy. I mean, I think that the only nights like that I would consider rough nights are when like we don't talk about anything.
Yeah.
I think that it's just like heavy nights where we
Well,
we
let's-
usually are good at even talking about crazy shit.
Let's try to go to 2. To
So-
2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So what's something we can talk about for like 15 minutes?
Death. That'll maintain the levity of the conversation we've had for the last hour.
You want to talk about terrorism? I feel like that's something we could squeeze in 15
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
No.
Want to talk about
This
terrorism?
can kind of build up to tomorrow's topics because I want to talk about 9/11 since it's upcoming. It's upon us.
Tomorrow. Well, Friday, technically.
Well, that's what I mean. We won't have a show Friday, but I mean we will have a show tomorrow, the day before.
Technically, probably the day of.
Yeah. And then we can go from 9/11 to death and all that tomorrow.
Okay.
So just
Heavy
a whole-
week here on the Shirts Off podcast.
Just a light conversation.
Okay.
Diet shirts off.
I'd say it's Shirts Off with extra sugar.
It's just turmeric and the ginger. So.
Okay.
But no. So I was thinking about this the other day. You know, COVID's kind of like how terror. At least to me, it's kind of like how terrorism was, like right after 9/11 happened. Do you remember that? 'Cause like, me and my boss were talking about the other day. One of my bosses, were talking about the other day, like how terrorism and 9/11 really influenced media for like a while. It still is to
Yeah.
this day.
Definitely still in a lot of ways.
'Cause I mean, like you look at shit like the first Iron Man movie. Like if 9/11 hadn't happened, do you think that movie would have been about terrorism?
I mean, who knows?
You know what I mean?
When there's a lot of movies, it's not just Iron Man, but definitely,
But
I get what you mean.
but like,
I mean, I think that
And that's
superhero
the
movies in
very-
general technically will always be about terrorism, but like a different, not what we're used to, modern
Yeah.
terrorism.
I mean, look at The Dark Knight, for instance. That's very much,
That's terrorism.
yeah, that's
Like,
very
straight
much-
up.
Yeah, straight up
I
terrorism.
mean, most superhero movies deal with some sort of terrorism,
Yeah,
technically.
but I mean, like before that, they didn't really. You know what I mean? Like look at Batman '89, Batman, or like Superman before that. You know, I mean, and let's see, I'm trying to think of other movies, but it's not popping in my head. I mean, those elements were there, like international terrorism, but they weren't attacking us generally, and they weren't attacking like civilian targets most of the time. And it's crazy to think like what would have happened if that hadn't happened. But we were talking about, and I was like, man, like, you know, COVID's gonna probably affect movies and how movies are made and everything, like for a long time. You know what I mean? I mean, think about the MCU for instance. Like the MCU right now is supposed to be in like what 20 something, 2023 or whatever.
I mean, we might catch up to the years that those movies are
Well,
taking
that's
place.
what I'm saying, and there's no acknowledgement of COVID at all.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, I don't think that we'll even. That's not our world. That's another universe.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I
Like they
mean,
won't.
I
They won't
mean-
cover it. Like there'll be a lot of things made
I
that
just-
don't even talk about coronavirus.
I'm not saying everything has to talk about coronavirus, but I think it's interesting to see how that's going to shape some of these works that are coming.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be movies all about it. There'll be movies that just reference it in the background. There'll be movies that totally ignore that it even was a possibility.
Yeah, because like I work on comics on my own free time sometimes, and I was like, damn, I wonder if I can work this into my stuff. You know what I mean? At all. But see, like a lot of my stuff is set kind of like in the early 2010s, like to the like late 80s. You know what I mean? Or early 90s.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I just
So
things that happen in real life will always be what's the word? They'll always be reciprocated through film and through cinema and through TV.
they'll have like ripples to it.
There'll be everything that happens in life, like everything that happens culturally, will have its moment on the on the silver screen or the big screen. Like they will make something of like there's something will be about it. Like there's already they were making a show like 5 months ago called Dating during COVID, like for Netflix. Like it had already started being made. Like
You're like, jump on that.
yeah, I mean obviously. I mean,
Johnson, get on that.
yeah, I mean, it'll be a huge show whenever it comes out for like a week. Like all of Netflix's huge shows are.
Cobra Kai is still huge to me.
Yeah, I mean Cobra Kai is one of those shows that's gonna be huge regardless.
Yeah.
But
Have
I
you-
mean,
have you watched it yet?
not yet. No.
Are you going to?
Yeah, eventually.
I mean,
For
like,
sure.
Is this eventually like Batman the Animated Series? Or
No, this is eventually like
I'm
probably in the
going to
next
do
couple
it?
months for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. When
Yeah.
you start it, let me know because I want to like watch it with you. You don't have to like watch it like
When
with
I
me
watch
every
it, it'll
episode.
probably be one of those things where I watch all of it all at once,
Yeah.
like in a day or two.
Just
like in
call
one or
me
2
whenever
days.
you start, and I'll come as soon as I can.
You'll
It's,
probably be at work.
That's fine. I'll come after work because there's no way it's 10 like 30-minute episodes every season, so that's like at least 5 hours. For
Do you
one
know how to do
season.
math?
So it's 10 hours.
Oh no, yeah, that's 5 hours.
So it's like
That's 10 total hours.
So it's 10 hours. So I only work 8-hour shifts. So I'm bound to like catch either the tail end or right at the beginning.
Unless I do it a night where like I get home from the poker game and I just binge
Just
all of
call
it.
me. Just call me. I don't care what time of day. I don't care what time I just.
I don't
say
want to
that-
hurt your feelings, but just know that that's probably not gonna happen.
No,
I'm
no,
probably
I
just gonna
know.
make a decision and start watching it one day.
You should, but call me right after you make that decision. And it doesn't matter what time of day, no matter where I am.
No, you're not hearing me. I
Like,
probably won't want you to come over
If
and watch
I'm
it with
like
me.
3 hours away, if like me and Kristen are in the midst of heated passion, like I will
I'm sorry, Chris.
I will make the moves to be here.
That's crazy. You're prioritizing watching Cobra Kai with me
No,
over
Kristen
over
will
your
come with
girlfriend.
me.
Oh, I don't know if I want that to happen.
What?
Nothing. You're just.
Did you pick up on what I was saying?
No, I picked up on what you're saying.
After I said, are you okay?
I'm
What
okay.
happened?
Nothing.
Um.
Let me get that down.
Anyways,
Anyways,
but yeah, I mean, like it's crazy the ripple effect. I mean, especially on that kind
I
of.
didn't hear what he said. Good,
Who?
Kristen.
Oh.
You're disgusting.
Nobody else caught it, so it's.
I mean, you
fine.
say that, but
It's
we don't know who's
fine.
listening. We don't know who these 4 viewers are.
It's fine.
We don't know if Kayla's driving
There
around
could be
listening to
more
the podcast.
people like lurking and listen. You know.
I mean, maybe you don't know, but I mean, this is going up on YouTube,
Yeah.
and we do know people that watch the YouTube videos.
We do.
Yes.
By the way, you got an extra subscriber. You're at 60.
I saw.
It's crazy. You were at 59, so. Man, are we growing popular?
I mean, it is cool to me that, like, excuse me. It's cool to me that with what's happening, like, in terms of I want to know, well, I'll let Creighton decide to tell you or not.
I just said we're like, reach a point at the same time.
That's not what he said.
That's all. At Charlie's house.
No, that's not.
We would
That's
both
not what I'm
come
referring to.
together at Charlie's house.
Okay, first of all,
All three of us.
no. You need to stop the words you're saying.
Charlie just does that every time he sees me. Like, you know what I mean? He has to change his pants automatically.
Never mind.
See, he had to do it just now. It just happened.
Right.
There's a slight pause in his voice. His eyes get like glazed over.
You know what?
They
With that,
roll
I'm gonna
over.
cut it a few minutes early. from
Charlie's
the
got
early.
black eyes,
we were
like a
gonna do.
doll's eyes.
This has been fun.
He
Creighton's.
combs his jeans.
Creighton's. Oh,
Those
and
black
there it is.
eyes-
There's the
those
word.
Black
That's the word that ends
eyes
the
roll
podcast.
over white.
Please, Creighton. Guys, we love you. Have a
Tears you
good
to
night.
pieces.
We love you. Have a good night. We will catch you guys later.
That's a Jaws reference. For
See you tomorrow night for probably another very heavy topic podcast.
for his jaws, his jeans and his jaws, his jean jaws.
Goodbye.